Hello and welcome back to the TheDropOutDragon. Today we're going to be looking at the Manikin Sabre. Now this is not a weapon that you see a whole lot in the arena or in invasions due to its drop rate. And it surprises me because it's so powerful. Its AR is out of this world. Its attack rating is really serious. Especially if you dark infuse it. Now I'm using a 40-40 quality build with Rob Flynn. So I'm already doing a lot of damage, and then you add up what you're seeing right there, dark infused. As you can see, it doesn't lose a whole lot of its base physical damage and adds a bunch of dark. So it is really powerful. Let's go ahead and go over the moveset really quickly. Those are the R1s, and that's the R2s right there. It goes in. It's very quick to like the running attack, which you can see right there in the back step. Now that's going to be a big friend to you, is you're going to backstep on people, and you're going to immediately just smack them with that running attack. Not going to be that hard. It's very quick, and you're going to hit them twice. So you just get that really quick in there. Now, two-handed, it doesn't do anything particularly special. All right, you saw the R1s and then the R2s. I'll do them again. There's the R1s, and these are the R2s. It's a very powerful weapon. However, despite that, it's not very good at trading because of its speed. Now, you'd think the curved swords have like this really quick moveset, but they actually kind of don't. You're just not as fast as somebody holding a long sword, and chances are you're not going to outtrade with a buffed katana, obviously. And they're going to hit you twice, as you're only going to hit them once, and they're still going to do more damage than you. So it's deceiving. The AR in it is a little bit deceiving. It looks like something that's just going to powerhouse everybody, but it really isn't. You have to think about what you're doing. You have to really play it right, because curved swords do not have the kind of moveset to where you could just keep punishing people over and over and over again. Unless you two-handed and you just spam the running attacks and keep that pressure on, it's really hard. And the running attacks with the one-handed are very punishable. And here we go against a buff katana. That is something I do not want to trade against, so I have to really think about what we're doing. And got a little bit of that special range there. Oh yeah, these are the fun fights. Got him to roll. These are the good ones. These are the fights we all know and love. They're the best. Totally get my ass kicked. But right there, that doesn't now. Strangely enough, it doesn't have that great of riposte damage, but see right there, that running attack can really surprise people. It comes out real quick with that hitbox. It's pretty good. But you don't want to trade with it, because you're only going to get one of your attacks out. Tried for a roll catch on the R2, didn't happen. But you just got to play it smart. So he's freaking out. He's a trade machine. This guy wants to trade. That is his life. He's ready for it. No catch there. Switch it up on him. Oh, he caught me there. A little bit of that Chaos Phantom. Something good. See if we can catch him in the roll. Didn't get it. And I'll go ahead for the backstep and catch him right there. Look at that. Just caught him right there. That's the way. You got to play it smart. You cannot just trade with people. As you could see there, that guy had a buff Chaos Blade with engraved gauntlets. This is, despite having such a high AR, it will deceive you, as its moveset is just not that great. It's weird that I have to treat a curved sword kind of like a strength weapon. I'm going to be attacking more than a strength weapon, but I'm going to be baiting out a lot of their moves. I really have to bait to get those nice combos in, and hopefully I can get one of them off. Two R2s, clean hit R2s, are really hard to snag, but once you get them, oh, the damage is real. It is so good. So you kind of want to bait out those attacks, think about it. Remember that this is not a warp sword. It does not have ridiculous range. That is, this thing's range is pretty short. It does not have the ability to just catch everything and everybody that's rolling into it. That's not what it does. You have to be very careful. Oh, here's another warp sword. Nope, decided to switch over to the X. Gonna bait me out. I would have preferred him to use the warp sword, and he's gonna try to bait for it. I'll go ahead and smack him right there. Go ahead and get that backstab real quick. That's his basic moves. Has nothing to do with the weapon. Go for a guard break. He's rolling into me. That's a mistake. And then bam! Look at that. 1,500 damage. It was about 3 hits. I didn't get that last one because he died. if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to go back and look at that and probably find out that I'm totally wrong. But right there, even though that's the way you're supposed to use it. Of course, he's using a strength weapon. Obviously, had the speed on him, and that wasn't exactly fair, but it happened the way it happened, and we're gonna move on with it. But that is the kind of stuff you want to be doing. You want to be catching people, getting them to panic. The moment they get hit with this thing, they're going to panic because of the absolute damage that it does. It just goes right into them. And they're going to go, oh crap, that guy's got a weapon that might as well have been buffed. And see, I'm not even using it buffed. So obviously, if you buff it, other guy's going to have a bad time. So there's that. Just like the warp sword, buffing these curved swords or any of the fast weapons or anything like that, oh, buffing them is just going to tear people apart. And it's going to get them to panic, and that's your main goal, is getting them to panic, because you can catch them in where they're at, which is always good. Always good. So he's thinking about it again. We're just going to watch him. We don't want to play stupid. Oh, see, he's just looking at me. Now he's waiting to delay his rolls. That's a mistake. Oh, went for a backstep parry and did not work. Oh. And of the running attack as well, you're not gonna break their poise very often, especially if they have any amount of poise at all. They're not gonna be as happy with you. Oh, both went for the running attack, didn't break his poise, and bye-bye. Didn't know if that R2 would completely annihilate. I'm not sure. So, right there against the warp sword, I was playing a little dumb there, rolling into him because I was trying to think of this weapon like a fast weapon that I could trade with, and that's a mistake. You can't do that. You have to break your own habits. You cannot do that. A weapon like this, you really have to be careful. It is nothing to, oh, it's easy mode, do this, do that. No, the movesets are not that great to be doing any of that. They're very slow, especially on the rolling attacks. They can be very slow. They are decent at catching people in rolls, but if they do not roll or they delay their roll, you're not going to hit them, and you're just going to be open because it's a long recovery frame for the rolling attacks, which I will do as soon as this gate opens. I'll give you a little bit of an idea of what I'm talking about, in case you haven't seen it. Just like that, it's a long recovery time, longer than any of the long swords. So here's a guy using a long sword. Be a little bit careful. He's gonna outspeed me, and I got to be a little bit careful. Tried to catch him in the roll, didn't happen. He switched over. That's a mistake on my part. Delay your rolls of the longsword, and you will get out of that. He was trying to catch me. I have a video on the longsword. Be careful, but yeah, he's catching me in that. He knows exactly how to deal with a curved weapon. But I'll go ahead and bait after the space. Look at that. 1,000 damage right off the bat. 2 R2s. So you just got to play it smart, and you can snag these guys right when they least expect it, and it's good stuff. You know, he's hit me a couple of times, and I've already evened it out with one good combo, which is nice. But see right there, still had to trade with a katana, even though I had my stuff out faster. Go ahead and switch it up because I need that damage. And whoop, no catch. Whoop. He's probably running low on stamina. I'm going to keep the pressure up. And whoop. Gotta watch out now. Now I'm low on stamina. This guy up, playing the back pedal a little bit. He's just watching himself. And that, bad day. Caught him right there. And GG. That was an interesting backstab, but we pulled it off. But see that whole tide turned when I got that one good combo off, and he started to panic a little bit, like, oh crap, this guy does do damage. I have to be careful, and if he spaces himself out accordingly, he's gonna get me. So that guy started to really backpedal just a little bit, get out of the way of this thing, because its range is not very good, and its failed attacks are quite punishable. So you have to be careful. So like I said, treating this thing like a strength weapon is probably your best bet. You want to bait people out. Bait people out and get stuff going. That's what you want to do with this thing. That's how I use it. Now, like I said, I'm not as comfortable with curved swords as some other people are. I don't use them very often. There's only a couple I think are very good, and the top tier curved sword, the warp sword, I don't use because I think it is too fucking powerful. Alright, so we have a double rapier guy. They don't look power stanced. Yeah, they're not power stanced. He really wants to go for those. Oh. R1's really hard to catch this guy. It's going to be really hard to punish him. He's got more counter damage than that. That's power stance. He's waiting on it. Wants to trade with my running attack. Wants to trade with the running attack. Go ahead and smash him with that. Look at that. That damage with two-hand. If you get them, you get them. So treat it like a strength weapon. Oh, got caught there. Tried to backstep. That was a mistake. Nope. No. A little bit of phantom. That's okay. Catch him right there. He'll try to go for that. Catch me in a roll. Didn't give it to him. Oh, got hit there. Having a bad day. You've got to be out of stamina. Oh, barely got out of there. Barely got out of there, but go back to the two-handed. We want to trade. We at least could kill him while he kills us. He really wants that trade. He really wants it. I'm not giving it to him. Nope. Ah, there it is, and we both died. Yep, that's a really easy way to not let anybody punish you, is to power stance some rapiers. Now, I could have gone into the backstep, into parry, but really and truly, if I messed that up, the damage was going to be significant, and he could have gone for it twice, and I didn't want to risk it, and it may have saved that fight. Who knows? But at least it was kind of a draw, and I can handle that. Like I said, I'm not too comfortable with curved swords, but this was a requested weapon, so here I am. I got some PMs about it. People were like, "Look at that Manikin Sabre." I was like, "All right," and so here we are. Here we are. But you gotta be really careful with these guys who are doing the rapier spam. That's a little cheesy to just keep, doing what they were doing, but oh well, there's not a whole lot we could do about that. Hello, guy. He's using the Black Knight Halberd, which is surprising. Going in for that spin to win. I'll go ahead and just hit him right there. Oh, didn't get him. Oh no! Oh boy. Okay. That's that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. He could see me just fine, but I'm getting delayed hits on him. That's always fun. So we'll go ahead and just do that real quick, even out this fight. Go back and forth, go smack him against that. You're not gonna backstab me. That's what he was going for. Another good thing about this weapon, and this kind of is a curved sword thing. This has nothing really to do with the Mannequin. It has really good tracking on the R1s. So if somebody's really wanting to go for that backstab, you can continue to follow them as they're circling around you, and you can just whack on them the whole time. It's a little spammy, but it keeps you from being backstabbed like immediately. And it's shame on them for rolling into you over and over again. You don't want to do that. And it's really hard for somebody like me who is a longsword player, and my favorite weapons are the longswords, to where I'm so used to being really aggressive with it, and I'm not used to debating out attacks like this. It's very awkward for me. So I have to be a little bit careful. A little bit careful. Because I'll start rolling into attacks. I'll start thinking about how I can trade with them in the rolls, and I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do any of that with this. This is not that kind of weapon. Not that kind of weapon. And I've been punished for it accordingly many, many times. Including people who have daggers. Unfortunately, this guy's a little bit laggy. But I will try to do my best as he pulls off his fancy little stunts, which didn't work so well for him last time. Will they today? No catch. Doesn't surprise me, but I'll go ahead and get him in a backstab real quick. Obviously, he's doing a fun build, as he should. Everybody has to have some fun every once in a while, but you could definitely tell this is not min-maxed. And then right there, we'll catch him. Right, I can't tell if he was just moving away or if he was rolling and the latency didn't show his animation. I can't tell right there. You can catch people with the R2s. Because of this weapon's range, it's not as consistent as, say, a long sword or a warp sword or anything like that. It doesn't have the range. It's very shotgunny, very close quarters kind of weapon. But when it does hit, oh, it hits hard. And let's take a moment to appreciate its true fashion as well. It is a beautiful looking weapon. It is very unique looking. It looks like a I think it's called the Copus, which is I'm probably saying it wrong, which is the Spartan weapon, very close to the Greeks, what they were using. So that's pretty nice. The hand was a little off, but the blade curvature, that's kind of cool. So a sword nerd can really nerd out on that kind of thing. All right, so we're fighting an S-Stock, the Linduellan, whatever it is. Some of my least favorite armor in the game is that right there. Funny part is he would have hit me twice with that S-Stock had he gone for it, but he wanted to switch for a roll catch, which is not a dumb decision. Oh, look at that range, guys. Look at that range. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting on my opportunity. It's gonna cut right through his armor. Look at that. That 400 running attack. 464. 464. Alright, he's looking at me. He's thinking about doing something. He doesn't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna play unlocked. He's a Julio kid. Oh, and I got punished for that. And we'll have to think about it. But right now, the damage of this weapon is very much carrying me. Look at that. Look at that. That is totally carrying me through this fight. He's outplaying me constantly. Constantly, he's outplaying me. And yet, because I can trade so well and do so much damage, that was just not working out for him. Look at that. I was totally carried in that fight by one mistake on his part. Boom. I took advantage of that and just annihilated his health bar. And of course that causes the panic, and he didn't think that I would just R1 like that and snag him with the running attack after the dash, the backstep. So that's the way that happened. But you know, I can't. You don't win them all. I'm having a pretty good run here. You don't win them all, and you just do your best to pull it out for everybody, so everybody can see what's going on. I'm not always, you know, in these videos, I try my best to do everything that you can do with this weapon, showing everybody its moveset and all that. Well, while maybe on my live stream, I would do something different and try hard the whole time, you know, only one hand, only running attack spam, that kind of thing. I'll go ahead and punish his roll right there. How dare you roll away from me. But you gotta be a little bit careful. You know, when you're trying to show people something. Walk into that, laugh about it. I want to spook him with my shield, let him know I don't care. Firestorm. If you see a firestorm like that, just put your shield up. Don't even waste time. Into that. I see now that right there. He could have kept going. He could have just spammed on me. Nah, I'm not in the mood for fire. Take it back, please. You take it back. And I'll go ahead and punish his panic R1s with another backstab. Guy needs to protect his back just a little bit more. Not really showing off the weapon as much as I am. As much as I'm supposed to be showing off the weapon. We'll go ahead and catch him and roll into the running attack and just smack him right there. So, end that fight as quickly as possible. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned something about this weapon. I hope you guys learned something about how I think it should be used. I'm sure there will be people who have other tips and advice down in the comment section, and feel free to comment. Thank you guys. I really appreciate y'all being patient with me with videos. I mostly focus on my live stream on Twitch, which there will be a link to that in the description below. But if you guys want more content like this, let me know. If you have any suggestions for weapons, let me know. And if it's something I feel comfortable doing, I will do it. But thank you guys so much, and you have an awesome day. The Dropout Dragon is dropping out.